Alright, I want to do a video here on unique industrial tools. This is from the Welding Wholesale Company of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we always call these Acorn benches. And what it is these little clamps, they fit right in here. And I'm not welding this is just a mock-up, but what they do is they allow you to clamp it, or you heat it up and you bend it around this guy. You would pull it to bend it, or you could clamp it down with this one. People didn't know what this were. They kept throwing them under here in the scrap metal. But you would bolt this down, and now you could clamp it tight to the table. And I've seen these made in India. They used to be made in the United States. This is an old one. You don't see them around too much anymore, and it's just a cool industrial tool and setup you don't see very often. Most people don't even know they exist. We have a few other little attachments. I don't even know what these two are for. I never use these. I've used all of these in the past. These are great and really help you make a nice welds and nice pipe work. So that's it. I'll take some other videos and compile these together. Alright, here we are with another one of our cool tools. This is a gasket puncher. What's nice about this is it clamps the gasket in the middle and it doesn't tear when you use it. It's a little hard to work the camera. I'll show you how this works. Clamp the gasket down. And we've got a set of punches. Really nice clean hole, and it's great for making like really small ones because you can use two sides and then clamp it in, and you got to make small gaskets. But it's way better than these guys. These get dull, people don't use them right. When you do use these, we want a big block like this with the vertical grains so that you do minimize the damage. But this is a way better gasket cutter if you ever need to cut gaskets. They're not that expensive. Probably not going to have one in your garage, but a shop would be pretty cool. And here's another one. This is just a circular gasket cutter. And what you do is you place your gasket material, you put the pin in, and you flip it over, set this distance here. You can see how it's got little graduations, and you just cut in a circle. Now this is an old board, and people weren't using it right. What we're supposed to do is set the blade depth, you see the blade right there, to go 3/4 of the way through, and then you would flip it over and cut through, and then you don't cut in. What happens is over time you get grooves in here, and you start getting weird shaped gaskets because it gets sitting in the groove, and then it doesn't cut round as you go around. And you'll have to go around a few times. You put it on here and go around 3 or 4 times pushing down, and you get a perfectly circular gasket. One of the other tricks too is you always do the wider diameter first and then cut the inner, and then you pull the circle out, because if you cut the inside then you've got nothing stable to make your outer cut with. And this is here's the brand here. This is an all packs. It's even got the phone number. Check that out. Okay, so this tool is called a flange spreader, and imagine that these were 2 pipes here, and it was leaking. So we always have a gasket in between, and sometimes you can get the gasket out and just replace the gasket. And what you do is you take all the bolts out, and then you use this tool, because the pipes would be pushing on each other, and you just screw it in, and it drives them apart enough so that you could slide the old gasket out and then put the new one in, and you got that. But yeah, this is called a flange spreader. Some people try to use these spurring pullers if they don't know what they're doing, and you'll need different sizes, but really a cool tool. And this is a Williams. There you go. Okay, these are called spud wrenches. These are made by Proto. Everybody knows Proto. What you would do with these is, if you're trying to line something up, you stick them in the hole, and then you could, manipulate it around without sticking your finger in here. A lot of people use their fingers to line stuff up, and that is a good way to lose a finger. So what they do is they make a wrench on one side, and you would use the wrench, and then it's like, oh, I've got to line it up, or you're putting it back together. So you stick this in here, and they're tapered so that you can jiggle them around, and they're great for prying things around and lining them up without losing a finger. Don't use your finger to line up steel. It's a good way to lose a finger. Okay, this is called a bearing heater, and you can see how it's a tapered cone. It plugs in, and if you're putting a bearing on a pump, you want to heat it up, and it'll make it expand just a few thousandths so that it'll slide on the shaft. You're running with very, very tight machine tolerances. So you get it good and hot, and then you just slide it on, and then when it cools off, it shrinks and fits really tightly, so there's no wobble. So you would have these in an industrial shop, or I don't even think they're that expensive. You wouldn't use them at home. You just stick them in the oven at home or on the stove, depending on how you're set up. But yeah, for industrial, this is great. We used to do oil baths. You take a can of oil and you'd heat it up with a torch, but once you went to rubber sealed bearings, that was no good anymore. So these are the way to go.